experiments. Margaret and Casey go down to find him, and he appears at the top of the stairs with a bleeding hand, and he yells at them. What do you think he says, Nick?
Hang on.
I can show you the cover of the book.
No,
if you need some help.
hang on. I think he says...
Don't think.
Calling all creeps.
He does not. He does not.
Say cheese and die.
Stay out of the basement.
Oh.
So stay out of the basement, like the cover says right away. We're in the thick of it now.
Like a jungle.
Yeah.
The brush of a jungle.
Basically. So are you getting any weird vibes so far, or is this all perfectly normal? You're a kid.
I mean,
it's the dad's workspace.
It's the dad's workspace. He doesn't want his kids fucking everything up.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
He's probably upset. His wife's leaving for a couple of weeks to go see the dying sister in the hospital.
Yeah.
So Dr. Brewer, the father, drives mom to the airport.
Like a hotel room, please.
every time. The father.
Which that comes up in my notes.
Diane coaxes Marg and Casey. Sometimes I call her Marg.
Marg?
Yeah, sometimes, because her name's Margaret.
Marg. Oh, yeah, okay.
Diane coaxes Marg and Casey to go into the basement.
Oh, no.
To see what their dad's hiding down there. They noticed some very large plants. That's what he's hiding.
Okay, wait. Are you already on chapter 2?
I don't know where I'm at, man. I'm at the part where they go into the basement and they find plants, and they're shocked because there's plants in the basement.
Okay, yeah, no, because I have notes here.
Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, Casey says to Margaret in chapter 1, "You're the hot dog of this family."
What?
Yeah. That's on page 2, and
Okay.
So I just have it written down to use. Matthew, you're the hot dog of this podcast.
That's both insulting and complimentary. I don't know how I feel about it. Now, what does it mean in the context of this book, the hot dog of the family?
I don't know. Anyway, chapter 2.
Yeah.
They're watching an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Oh, okay.
And based on the description, I was trying to figure out which it could be.
Okay.
I narrowed it down to 3 because there's guts flying all over the place.
Okay.
And shooting. So it could either be Predator.
Yes.
Or Terminator 2. Terminator 2 is more recent. It could be Total Recall as well, but I don't know. I think even then, as the mother's leaving, they're like, "Oh, y'all have seen this tape before, and you're 11." I don't think it'd be something as hardcore as Total Recall.
No, I think it's T2.
I mean, that one is also like a hard R, but it was also the one where it's like all the kids saw it.
The parents really don't seem to be that concerned with the children.
No.
As long as the kids stay out of the basement. I mean, the mom's abandoning them.
Yeah.
She's fleeing the nest. These birds can't even flap their little wings yet. They can't even fly. They got an abusive father who's going to bite the heads off of them. If we're still talking bird talk.
We're not.
Well, were we ever? I don't know.
If you're just joining us now, welcome to Bird Talk with Nick and Matt. Today we are looking at the African swallow.
Now, I think it's important to note that Nick and I know absolutely nothing about birds, but
I used to think I was a bird.
And that's where the show is going. To the birds! To the birds. So, are you done with we've decided it's T2. Now, is this relevant?
No.
It's just a nice little morsel.
It's just a nice little, like I said, I like the random bits of useless information.
Yeah. That's good. So I'm going to get back. That was very derailed. We got into the weeds there.
Yeah, well.
So they find some very large plants in the basement. And it's very, very odd since it's only been a few weeks since they've last been down in the basement. They jump forward in time a lot in this book.
They do.
And it's so hot down there, Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Casey strips off all...
He takes off his shirt. He doesn't get naked, Matthew.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm reading it now. I realize it's only... Well, he says he strips down to his waist. So that he... Now this is convenient so he can forget his shirt down there. So Casey pretends to get shocked.
Yeah, and I made this note.
Okay.
Casey's a little shit.
He's like Dr. Grant in Jurassic Park.
Yep. Who is also a little shit.
It's not a time to be joking. People are dying.
You just saw people get eated.
Yep. The kids are already afraid to climb that fence. This is not going to help. And how bad does he feel after when
he actually gets shocked?
Almost
Spoiler
dies.
alert for the 25-year-old movie Jurassic Park.
Also 1993, a year after this. So
not also at all.
No, I'm just saying. Are there? Do you believe maybe Steven Spielberg ripped off a little? Not Steven Spielberg, I guess it would be
David Koepp,
Who?
the screenwriter of Jurassic Park.
Well, why can't it be the writer of the book?
Michael Crichton.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it could be.
could be. Once again,
Stay out of the basement.
Stay out of the weeds is what we need to do.
Yeah.
We're doing that again. So Casey pretends to get shocked. What is he getting shocked on, or pretending to be shocked on? It's this big conductor, right?
Yeah,
Some
it's
strange...
it's the thing that is electronically sending the genes to the other plants.
Something sciencey. It's a botanist thing.
Science, bitch.
Yeah. I don't think I mentioned before, but Diane is also there.
Right.
They were all watching this movie together. Then they go down to the basement. Diane's a little, she's the instigator of this. She's the one who's like,
because she's just like, well, it's not my house.
Yeah. You ever go to a
father
friend's?
can't hit me.
Yeah. You ever go to a friend's house and I've been grounded by somebody else's father, and I'm like, yeah, right. Make that stick. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go hang out with other people. She's in no risk whatsoever. So they're all down there to get back now at Casey for scaring them. So they start to tickle his chest, his bare chest and belly.
Yep.
We'll just move past that, right?
I think
take
it's
from it what
best.
you will. Anyway, they all stop. They're listening to the plants, which are moving and moaning and reaching for them. Yeah. They all run out of the basement. They're freaked out. They run out, and their dad pulls up in the driveway. Now, Casey, he remembers he forgot his shirt down in the basement. Damn it, Casey!
You had one job,
and you didn't need to take your shirt off.
He did not.
He did not. But he rushes down to get it, and he's attacked by the plants. Marg rushes down. Helps. Manages to free her brother, but not before her father catches them in the basement again. Again. Catches them in the basement again.
Like,
mere weeks after he told them, stay out of the damn basement, kids.
Yeah. No, just that is Daddy's private place.
Yep. He's staring down at them from the door again with clenched fists, just ready to pummel them.
Yeah, and he's not mad. He's just disappointed.
Oh, that classic line.
Yeah.
He was mad the first time. This time he's just disappointed.
Yeah.
If it happens again, he's going to get physical.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, there's an axe down there.
He threatens them at some point, too. He's like, it could be dangerous for your safety, for your health, kids.
I've got a Venus flytrap down there.
Yeah. So at this point, is anything jumping out at you at being leaning towards his repressed homosexuality, or are we so far in the clear?
No. That only comes in after a certain point.
Okay, so far it's all straightforward.
It's above board, yeah.
It's all plant stuff.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
There's no indication that anything is really amiss, except that, he's just very involved in his work.
Yeah.
Because at this point, is it not still their father?
I believe it is the father. Spoilers, at one point it's not the father.
Well, no, but I mean, that comes in later, because when they find him at the end, he said, I've been in here for days.
Oh, only for days? So when he starts wearing the Dodgers cap, I always assumed that was the turning point.
I think so. But then he also has them. So... right now, I think until we see him eating the food and shaving and or whatever, how he cuts himself.
So that's even worse though, because that means the real father is abusive. He is very angrily telling them to stay out of the basement. It's not like, guys, please stay out of the basement. He's yelling at them to stay out of the basement, and he's not explaining anything. So of course it's going to intrigue the children. Going to intrigue Diane for sure. Diane shouldn't be allowed over anymore.
No, she's a bad egg.
Terrible. But now he opens up a bit. He's like, you know what? I got to give him a little bit. They need to know what's going on down there in the basement. Saying that one day we'll all go down together. But until that day comes, they need to stay out of it.
Stay out of the basement.
Stay out of it, man. And the next day, you realize the father doesn't trust them one lick because he's put a lock on the door. He's installed this lock. And the father's working down there very early today. He's for someone who's unemployed, he's a go-getter.
Well, I mean, you have to be when you're unemployed.
I guess so. A week passes. So much time. What are they doing in this week?
I imagine they're just watching that same Arnold Schwarzenegger movie over and over.
Over and over, just wondering where mom is.
Yeah.
Wondering
like,
who's going to take us
weeks later, and like the mom's still like, where is it, Ohio?
Yeah. It's like, we need help with our homework. We need a ride to school, Dad. How many times? I know T2 verbatim now. I know everything about it. The VHS is becoming difficult to watch.
Oh, it could be. Okay, it's definitely T2 because that also has like father issues going on, like John Connor and the T800.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh my
We're
God.
Making connections.
Oh my God.
And also, you know what? Time needs to pass because plants take time to grow.
They do.
What's that expression? Grass doesn't grow in a day?
Yep.
It does, though. It's just very minute.
Mm-hmm.
The progression is very small.
Yes.
A week passes, and Margaret is on the phone with her mom, whose sister's surgery is not going so well.
Yep. It's not going to... And so this is where I was asking the question, what is up with Aunt Eleanor?
Is there even an Aunt Eleanor?
I think there has to be.
You think so, or do you think she's like...
Well, the kids wouldn't be concerned. They'd be, who the hell's Aunt Eleanor?
I guess so. There's like a very distant aunt. You don't know her. And he's like, Mom, it's hard to hear you. There's a lot of noise in the background. She's just at Mardi Gras. It's spring break, kids. It's like, kids, I know you miss me, but...
I got so many bead necklaces.
And you don't want to know what I had to do to get them. And for...
Don't you know?
She's like, for the next couple of weeks, I don't have any kids, so stop calling.
How did you even get this number?
But Mark complains the dad is up to something in that basement, and that he's starting to wear Dodgers caps. Isn't that the weirdest thing?
That's so out of character.
Yeah, and the mom's just like, he's just trying to prove something to his old boss, and so this is probably where it's starting, isn't it? Trying to prove something to his old boss by dressing different, working hard.
Yeah,
and the mom doesn't want to be around for it.
Okay, let's just go through it, and I'll start when I start.
Okay. I'm just trying to make connections here.
Yeah, no. I'll make the connections later.
Okay,
Yeah.
But one thing's for certain: the mom wants none of this.
She's just like, she just needs her space.
Yeah. Margaret then spies on her father. A lot of spying going on.
Yeah.
Spies on her father eating plant food in the kitchen.
Plant food?
Just inhaling it from a plastic bag. What is plant food?
It's a jug. It's not a plastic bag. Isn't it a plastic container, like an orange juice container?
I didn't know why it's a plastic bag. Just seems so much more desperate.
It really does. It's like, gotta have it.
That's the plant food. Gotta have it. What is plant food? Is that manure?
I think it's like a combination of that and like just like nutrients.
Is he just eating fecal matter out of a plastic Ziploc bag? That's...
I don't know. No,
like,
that's
tell
not...
that to Mom. Don't be like, hey, Mom, Dad's wearing a Dodgers cap and he doesn't like baseball. And it's like, okay, this isn't worth my time. I got beads to earn. But no, it's like, hey, hey, Mom, I just saw Dad in the kitchen and he's eating a bag of shit. Oh.
She's got beads to earn. Sorry.
I think the it would get a rise out of her at least. She'd at least listen up, be like, well, okay, that's not something your father does on the regular. Anyway, she doesn't mention it. Days later, though, Margaret, she doesn't say anything for a bit. She goes and makes her brother a sandwich. Again, this is a very loving brother-sister relationship. Yep. Make him a nice peanut butter sandwich, and then tell him what he saw Dad doing. So halfway through eating that sandwich, by the way, Casey, Don't you think it's weird? But you know what's even weirder?